Twitter functionalities that are important to use when we talk about today's topic, which is lead generation. And when we talk about lead generation, at least from my 20 years of experience, starts with brand awareness, engagement, and relationship development. So some of the functionalities that could be really helpful, these functionalities, these are ways you can use Twitter to actually engage, because as I mentioned, 500 million tweets a day, you're going to get lost in the sauce unless you're doing something impactful. So some of these great newer, I should say, Twitter functionalities are things like polls. So setting up a poll can be very useful, and this is organic, in relationship development, but using a poll to gain answers based on something you want to test. Like you could think about this for market research, or you could think about this for product innovation, right? Really ways to understand your customer, because understanding your customer is the first place where you want to start with lead generation. A newer functionality, which I am personally very happy about, and my colleagues will agree, is the ability for Twitter to actually show full images on Twitter with the ability to add alt tags and text for SEO. So that's really important. Before this functionality, you would see just a slice of an image and you wouldn't be able to add alt text or alt tags and texting for SEO, which is important, although Twitter is not a direct signal to Google. It helps with Twitter search, your visibility within Twitter search or Twitter discovery. So that's important. Video capture from the Twitter app. So I'm going to talk today about the importance of the expanded functionalities Twitter has added within the last year on uploading native videos to Twitter, and then the ability to optimize those videos for Twitter search, and the ability to utilize those videos in a way where you can actually look at just straight up video analytics. So video, first and foremost, when it comes to digital marketing, drives 80% of the consumer buying consideration, period. So having video in your Twitter strategy is it's mandatory. Going live on Twitter, as you all probably have noticed, you can go live on any social network these days, Instagram, Facebook, so on and so forth. So the fact that Twitter has this is important because, it used to be, if you're familiar with tweet chats in industry, tweet chats were really the way to start to engage folks that you would like to engage, whether it's targets or influencers or colleagues or peers, in a way around an industry topic or talk, like we would maybe do this today as a tweet chat, let's say, right? Now you can go live on Twitter and invite people into conversations. And this is a really smart idea, especially in the world we're in today, which is so digital because of COVID. So a good example would be the fact that I'm a keynote speaker and I haven't been on a speaking stage in like a good 7 months, right? So instead, what we're doing now is we're building virtual conferences and using Twitter as a way to engage people through a virtual conference. This is like really smart if you are a speaker, or if you're, looking to be a thought leader, or if you're an event producer or manager. Now retweeting with comments gives you a lot of opportunities to expand on character count, because Twitter is so limited from a straight up post of only 280 characters, right? So retweeting with a comment and being able to mention others in that retweet with your comment will get you above the fold in hot conversations. Direct messaging. So now you can do unlimited characters, and you can also direct message multiple group recipients. I do a ton of LinkedIn training, and that was one of the things when LinkedIn came out with that in like whatever it was, 2018, that kind of changed that social network quite a bit. So it allows you to really start to direct message people and engage in conversations. And at the end of the day, with most of the social networks, just in general, your lead generation happens when you're developing relationships, whether it's a customer service relationship or a B2B client relationship. Periscope and Twitter integration is a fantastic way for you to drive visibility through Twitter on live events. And you can use that if any of you guys are familiar with social media monitoring management tools. You can use that in conjunction with like a Hootsuite or a Sprout Social as well. You can also schedule posts natively. So using Twitter as a way to schedule your posts right within Twitter, this can save you a lot of time if you're like me and most of my peers that are extremely busy and on the road. It's just a great way if you have some posts you want to schedule in a quick, simple way. You can do more with GIFs. Now you can even upload your own GIFs to Twitter, so that's nice. Anything with movement, motion, and activity is engaging when you're looking at 500 million tweets a day.